Kieran Radcliffe stepped off the sleek shuttle onto the alien planet of Terathos, his boots sinking slightly into the soft, luminescent soil. Around him, a kaleidoscope of extraterrestrial faces stared with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. The air thrummed with anticipation, the distant roar of the Coliseum a constant reminder of the challenge that lay ahead. "Kieran, over here." A familiar voice called out. His team, scientists, diplomats, and a few seasoned soldiers, awaited him. They walked together through the bustling spaceport, holo billboards displaying Selthar Vek's past victories casting an ominous glow. "We need to discuss strategy," urged Dr. Lian Chen, a brilliant scientist whose knowledge of alien physiology was unparalleled. "Selthar is known for his brute strength and cunning." Kieran nodded, absorbing her words. "We've faced tougher odds before. We'll adapt." At the coalition headquarters, they met with allies from other species. A tall, insectoid diplomat named Kala provided insights into Selthar's weaknesses. He relies heavily on intimidation and raw power. Use that against him. Later, as Kieran prepared for the duel, he reflected on his upbringing in the harsh Australian outback. Flashbacks of rigorous training sessions and the wisdom of his mentor, a retired soldier, played through his mind. "Remember, Kieran," his mentor had said, "strength isn't just muscle. It's heart and mind." Standing at the Coliseum's gates, Kieran received a message from Selthar. "Humans are weak. Prepare to be crushed." The words ignited a fire within him, the anticipation building as the duel drew near. The next morning, Kieran stood before the massive gates of the Coliseum, his heart steady despite the roaring crowd. The gates creaked open, revealing an arena filled with spectators from across the galaxy, their faces lit with excitement and trepidation. As he walked into the arena, Kieran's eyes scanned the vast structure. The high-tech surroundings and the sheer size of the audience were daunting, but he remained composed. Holodisplays projected his image and that of Selthar, creating a palpable tension. The ceremonial introductions began, highlighting the Coliseum's history and its role in interspecies diplomacy. When Selthar entered, his imposing figure and fearsome reputation were undeniable. The crowd's reaction was a mix of awe and fear. Selthar sneered, "You're out of your league, human." Kieran met his gaze, unflinching. "We'll see about that." As the combatants prepared, Kieran's allies offered final words of encouragement. His mentor's holographic image appeared, providing a last piece of advice. "Stay focused. Adapt." The duel's signal blared, and Selthar charged. Kieran braced himself, the reality of the confrontation crashing down. The duel commenced with a ferocity that took the crowd's breath away. Kieran dodged Selthar's powerful swings, his agility and strategic thinking keeping him just out of reach. The tension was electric, each movement charged with intent. Selthar's attacks were relentless. One heavy blow sent Kieran sprawling. As he struggled to rise, memories of past challenges and triumphs surged through him. "Get up," he whispered to himself, recalling his mentor's words, "Never give up." Kieran regained his footing, his mind racing. He led Selthar into a series of calculated traps, exploiting his opponent's overconfidence. The crowd watched in stunned silence as the dynamic shifted, Kieran gaining the upper hand. Then Selthar unveiled a hidden weapon, an energy blade that crackled with lethal potential. The first strike barely missed Kieran, who quickly adapted to the new threat. His mind raced, devising a plan to counter this unexpected turn. The arena buzzed with heightened tension as Selthar wielded his energy blade. Kieran's thoughts flashed back to his mentor's teachings on adaptability and calm under pressure. He moved with renewed determination, dodging the deadly strikes with precision. Meanwhile, his allies worked tirelessly, analyzing the weapon and communicating potential weaknesses through a covert channel. Their support reinforced Kieran's resolve, the theme of teamwork evident in their efforts. With a daring maneuver, Kieran disarmed Selthar, sending the energy blade skittering across the arena floor. The crowd erupted in shock, the humanoid robots reacting with visible horror and amazement. Kieran's confidence soared, but he knew the fight wasn't over. Just as victory seemed within reach, Selthar launched a desperate, unexpected attack. Kieran was thrown off balance, forced onto the defensive once more. The stakes were higher than ever, the outcome uncertain. The atmosphere in the Coliseum was charged with suspense as Kieran and Selthar faced off for the final time. Both were exhausted but resolute, their determination clear. Drawing on his last reserves of strength, Kieran engaged Selthar in a decisive clash. The narrative highlighted the physical and mental toll of the duel, emphasizing Kieran's resilience and ingenuity. His movements were deliberate, his mind sharp. Selthar's relentless attacks seemed unstoppable, but Kieran's adaptability and resourcefulness gave him an edge. He exploited Selthar's predictable patterns and overconfidence, the crowd's reactions adding to the drama. In a climactic moment, Kieran landed a decisive blow, disarming and incapacitating Selthar. The arena erupted in a mixture of shock and awe. Yet Kieran chose mercy over finality, sparing Selthar and demonstrating humanity's values of honor and compassion. The aftermath saw Kieran and his allies celebrated by the Coalition. Humanity's strength and values were recognized, solidifying their place in the galaxy. Kieran reflected on the journey, his thoughts filled with hope for a future of unity and collaboration. As they prepared to depart, a mysterious message arrived from an unknown source, hinting at a new threat on the horizon. Kieran's eyes narrowed, determination and curiosity ignited anew, setting the stage for future adventures.